So as you can see in the thumbnail, I've been through some changes in my life. The picture where I'm in the Punisher shirt and really, really big, I was roughly 286 pounds, possibly heavier. Around that time, I wanted to join the military, and the military simply wouldn't take me because I was too big. So I took a year to diet and exercise and do everything I needed to do to get to minimum weight standards. And I did. Went from about 286 to about 184 when I left for MEPS. And so I'm going to share with you that journey. I'm going to share with you what I did to lose all that weight so fast in a year. If you look across the internet for ways of losing weight and ways of losing fat, you'll probably stumble across something called the ketogenic diet. Now, what is the ketogenic diet? The science behind it is actually very simple. So we run on carbohydrates. We run on sugar as our fuel source, both of these. The way that you lose weight on this diet is you completely either cut these two things out or you lower it enough to where your body doesn't want to use it for fuel anymore. The magic number for me is keeping it under about 33 grams of carbohydrates and 0 sugar. I don't even touch sugar because I really don't need it. I don't even like sugar that much. By doing this, your body has no choice but to switch fuel sources, and it starts to deplete the fat reserves on your body. And you start using the fat on your body as fuel for your daily functions, for working out, or just walking to the store. Your body will begin using the fat reserves as fuel. And the way it uses it is it'll burn the fat and you'll release something called ketones through your urine. And the process is called ketosis. Now ketosis, it really, really sucks. You'll get something called the ketosis flu. Basically, your body will get achy, you'll get headaches, slight dizzy spells, you'll get a little confused. I'm actually going through it right now, actually. You'll feel weaker at times. And this is just because your body is switching gears from burning sugar and carbs to burning the fat on your body. And it's just an adjustment that your brain has to make, your body has to make. And it takes about a week to 2 weeks depending on your body. So the way to measure if you're in ketosis or not, you should get something called ketone test strips. The way these work is that you go in the bathroom and you pee on this. And depending on what color it is, that's how many ketones you're burning. I haven't peed on any of these. These are clean, I promise. So yeah, guys, you can get these at Walmart. They're pretty cheap. They're about $10, $12, depending on which brand you get. These are actually they tend to measure if you have diabetes or something like that. Ketosis isn't diabetes. Ketosis is something else entirely. It's actually a healthier way of living. The ketogenic diet is actually what they give seizure patients to help better deal with having seizures and stuff like that. So what did I eat on this diet? Well, there's several ways to do this diet. You can eat extremely low carb vegetables, keeping it under that certain carbohydrate threshold, mine, like I said, being 33 grams. Or you can just eat meat. You can eat hot dogs without the bun, hamburgers without the bun, bacon. You can do eggs. Eggs are extremely low carb. Even with cheese. Cheese is extremely low carb. Now, with that, be careful. If you go out to places like Denny's or if you go out to places like IHOP, places where they make egg dishes, be very, very careful with that because the omelets at like IHOP and stuff, they have a lot of carbohydrates. They put some kind of like breading or something inside of it that will put it at like 28 grams of carbohydrates. So be careful. Make your omelets at home if you're going to do omelets and stuff like that. But omelets are a great thing. Let me see. Cold cuts are a great thing. I was working at a grocery store when I was a deli clerk, and I can tell you something. That was the perfect place for me to work because I could just eat the cold cuts that I cut for myself, and obviously I'd pay for them, and I could measure it out exactly what I wanted, and that'd be the end of it. And I had an endless supply. I could keep buying it, and it was pretty cheap for me too. Also, low key, I'd sneak some, snack on it, in between like shifts. It was kind of cool. It was a cool job, and it was a perfect job for me to lose weight. Um, so as far as the dizziness and the achy feeling, the ketone flu or ketosis flu, that's only temporary. That's only until your body adjusts. And trust me, you will be irritable. Even after the ketosis flu is done, you will be irritable. Things will get to you more often. Uh, People will annoy you. Things will annoy you. The things that normally wouldn't annoy you, like slow traffic and shit like that, will annoy you like tenfold. So just be aware of that. Put yourself in a situation where you're not interacting with too many people, or at least be in a situation where you can manage your emotions. I wouldn't want you to be at work going through this, because I went through work doing through this, and it was really hard. It was hard because I hate people, and being on being in ketosis while dealing with people, it truly tests your willpower. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, I just ate these things and I worked out like I normally did. I worked out really hard. I did a lot of cardio, more than I would like to do. I hate cardio, but it's necessary to burn fat. I would run about 2 miles every other day just to kind of keep up with my physical fitness. Um, just work out normally, guys. Drink a lot of water, obviously, because when you're drinking a lot of water, you're actually flushing out the ketones faster, which will make you lose weight faster. The more ketones that you push out, um, the more fat you will lose. Um, it's fast, but it's slow. You're not going to notice any difference in a week or even 2 weeks. It's going to take about a month before you just start seeing your waistline get smaller and stuff like that. Um, but it's very possible to do, guys. You just have to have discipline, and you just have to have a plan. Uh, for most people, meal prep is important. Obviously, I was in a situation where I could, do cold cuts and stuff like that. But if you are, not in that situation, I recommend that you get like something like a Foreman grill, where you can grill your meats before you go to work. Um, Now there are ways that you can go out to eat and not eat carbs, but I definitely recommend you look at the nutrition facts before you eat anything, because the slightest thing can throw you off. The slightest thing can throw you off. So you just got to be careful. If you get knocked out of ketosis, you are no longer burning your fat reserves. You are burning the carbohydrates and sugar, which turn into glucose. Um, so yeah, guys, ketosis, it works. It's a very effective way of burning fat, but it's very easy to ruin with accidentally eating the wrong thing. What are some safe things you can drink on the ketosis diet or ketogenic diet? Um, I've never had a problem drinking stuff like the zero energy drinks, or the Coke Zero, or stuff like that, diet soda. Make sure that it has zero sugar in it. You don't want any sugar. Now, guys, listen. I know a lot of health nuts are going to say, "Oh, well, I don't really think you should be drinking diet soda," blah blah blah. I hear that a lot, but let's be real here. People like the taste of soda. Okay. I'm not saying that this will make you healthier. I'm just saying that this will help you lose weight. And sometimes you just need to treat yourself, or have something to kind of buffer the insanity of just eating fucking bacon and drinking water. I mean, you need something else too. You need some kind of tasty liquid, you know what I mean, to kind of manage it. I mean, if you're a purist, go ahead and drink water if that's what you want to do. Um, you will get headaches. I recommend Excedrin if you get headaches from ketosis flu. It helps tremendously. Um, but I usually get the Monster Zeros for the drinks, Coke Zero, Sprite Zero if you don't want caffeine. Definitely have those readily available. Um, Coffee, I'm not really too sure about. I think pure coffee is fine. Just don't add sugar or creamer to it, unless it's like Splenda. Splenda's fine. Splenda's not sugar. Um, if you want to do it the vegetable way, that's better. However, just keep in mind that vegetables do have carbohydrates, so you have to be careful with how much vegetables you're eating. and different vegetables have different levels of carbohydrates. So, and though it might be healthy and though it might be high in fiber, you're still getting the carbohydrates. The idea is to keep your carbohydrates and sugar low enough to where your body is burning the fat reserves, resulting in ketosis. So, guys, without rambling too much, I hope this helped you. I definitely want to see you guys have great results in your weight loss journey. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.